Tell me about Ben Woods.
Yeah, good footballer, Ben. Had a spell at Burnley. Wanted to, encounter men's football when went up to Scotland. Probably a little bit too far away from home. And he's come in and impressed on trial, and it gives us something different with a left foot in the middle of the field. So, we've got some young lads as well who are keen to grasp the metal, and he comes in as one of them. So that there's good competition in there now, and hopefully he can add something that we haven't got.
You've got quite a lot of players of that age profile. Does the fact that he's been to Scotland and played some senior football and been away from home add something away from that?
I think it'll help him, yeah, of course it will. But, as I said, we've got some good young kids who've come through the academy who I know are all chomping at the bit. And, I'd be surprised if we didn't see a few of them before the end of the season. And as I said, Ben, he's got this certain way about him that I think he could be another Liam Coyle. He's in that ilk, really.
Just as far as young players are concerned, we've just seen them walking in to look at the video and do their preparation work. Lots of younger faces, lots of younger players in there. Is that a focus going into the EFL Trophy? I know you have to play a certain number of players that have appeared, but is that something you can really take out of this competition, giving those chances to young players?
It's one of the many facets of the competition. Never tried to hide the fact that I like the competition. And, I think it gives you good opportunities for everybody. Obviously, the big prize is getting to Wembley, but it's something that people know that I try and win every game I play in it. And we won't be dismissive of it. And if it means a couple of young players can play, great. If it means they can't, great. What we're doing is we're trying to manage our squad as best we can for the long season that's going to be ahead of us.
There is a track record of players who've gone on to play regularly for the first team getting an opportunity in this competition, whether it's Toby Savin or Ross Sykes or a couple of players that are in there now. How big is it for those young players, even though to the wider football public it's a trophy group game?
I think it's massive, when it's an opportunity to play for Accrington Stanley's first team, a professional football club, which I always say this, but myself and Jimmy didn't get that opportunity, and what we'd have give for that opportunity. So, not all the players grab it with both hands. I know we've got some really good lads who are really desperate to break into the first team, and you see it every day in training, and people don't realise that we're looking at these lads every day. So, or they probably don't appreciate it rather than realise it. Sometimes you have to maybe play too many too soon, which we had that situation last year. But as you say before, some lads have grasped that opportunity and stayed in the first team because of it.
Do you think the club's circumstances and a changing, you've talked about the financial implications and the budgets, have meant more young players coming through, or do you think it's been a change in the academy and the amount that they're producing?
A bit of both, really. The days of getting players and developing them from non-league and getting them relatively cheaply is really diminishing. That everyone's got recruitment teams. Players are earning double what our players are earning and triple what our players are earning in non-league now already. And even going down to the Conference North, there's players who are earning more than our players. So you have to go down any route that's available to you at this moment in time. We've got some good young kids, and it'd be cheerless not to use that.
This competition, I know you are a big advocate of it, and you've talked positively about it for many years. Last year's experience, getting that close to going to the final and going to Wembley, how do you reflect on that now that you're about to start again?
Still think we were robbed. Nothing will ever change that view. I thought we played really well in that semi-final game with 10 men for a long period. And you know, on another day, where if the decisions had balanced out, I think it'd have been a different outcome. But incrementally, we're getting closer, aren't we? You know, every year we seem to get closer. So hopefully, we'll go all the way this year.
Is it in any way a motivating factor that you got so close last time?
It can be, yeah. But you know, we've got a lot of different players who won't understand that. But you know, it's one game at a time. You know, you're looking miles ahead there, aren't you? It's like looking at what you're getting for Christmas when you haven't even opened your Easter eggs.
And your approach remains the same, by the sounds of it. You'll treat the first group game just the same as you would that semi-final.
Yeah, but you know, I've got to be mindful of what I'm doing in the league as well. You know, we had a tough game Saturday. You know, and it's fine margins in it. You know, we could be top of the league today. Should be top of the league today. You know, when you get a call off the heads of the referees and he tells you that you've had four big decisions go against you, 2 of their goals shouldn't have stood, we should have had a penalty, they should have had a man sent off. It's hard to think that they wouldn't be defining moments in the game, that of all them decisions that had been reversed, that the outcome wouldn't have been different and we probably would have been top of the league today. So, you know, you get me after the game and, you know, you're quite emotionally, quite het up about it, and you can always come across as a moaning and a whinging. You're always whinging about referees and referees' decisions and how it's cost you, and we'd be this if it wasn't that, and if me auntie and all that palaver. But the goal like today, it does have a big impact. And what we've got to focus on is the positives from the game on Saturday, which we did play well. We're starting to impose a style of football that we're comfortable with, that the players are comfortable with, that the staff are comfortable with. And hopefully we'll improve on that. And games like tomorrow can help us, you know, tidy that up, refine it, make it better, and keep trying to play that style of football that we know can be successful in this league.
And Carlisle, a team recently promoted, is it better to play a team that are not from your division? Is it more of a test, more of a challenge?
Whoever you're playing in this is going to be, it's going to be a challenging game. And you know, you play against teams, League One, League Two, the Premiership, under 23s games. They get a bit different. I'm sure the Carlisle game will be like no different to an ordinary League Two or League One game.
And plenty of experience between you and Paul Simpson.
Yeah. One of the good guys in football, and really enthralled by what he did, or what he has done with Carlisle. You know, from taking them when they were languishing to getting them as a team who were competing at the top end of the tables.